So I might be willing to admit that I am wrong and the Bitcoin bottom is N. Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here. Today's video I'm going over something that I just noticed here on the charts that I thought was really interesting that I really wanted to share with all of you. Hopefully you're having an excellent Saturday afternoon or evening. So I was looking here, the bottom here is the current Bitcoin chart. And what you're seeing here is back end of 19. This is a weekly chart on Bitcoin. So I'm taking a look here at the weekly chart and I see we have a green 2 trading above a green 1 on the weekly. Bullish. I also see a big shift here as the green is starting to, this moving average is approaching to cross over the red. Okay, we're kind of far, but it has made some decent strides in that direction. Okay, we obviously see the yellow here, a very critical point on the 100 DMA. So a few bullish signs actually on the weekly chart that have me considering, and we're also very close to 21,000, that maybe the bottom is in and we might not be going any lower. So I've been saying that 21,000 is a very critical point, and I actually was up at 3 a.m. and I break all the rules. Okay, of course I'm going to check the price of Bitcoin if I'm up at 3 a.m. because sometimes I feel like my body knows when things are happening and it automatically wakes up. So I wake up and the price of Bitcoin is like $20,995. And I'm seeing it trying to break 21,000, trying to break 21,000. It didn't end up doing it. I also have a notification set to let me know when Bitcoin goes above 21,000. And it's getting close, okay? It's showing some strength in the high $20,000 range. So as I'm looking here, you know, at the current weekly chart, it reminds me of when we saw the bottom over here in 2018, December of 2018, when that massive buying opportunity came in to buy Bitcoin at $3,128. So this candle reminds me of this one. And then in a very similar fashion, over here, Bitcoin came within 5 to 6% of the previous all-time low. And over here, Bitcoin came within 3.5% of its previous all-time low. And then over here, this is very, very similar, right? If you look at this 1 and 2 in February of 2019, and you look down here where we're at on the current weekly chart, very similar, right? We have the green 2 trading above the green 1. We have very, very similar, like right now, the close of the current weekly candle is just below that 200 DMA. And we saw it here, it basically wicked above that 200 DMA. There's literally a fly like dying. Hopefully that wasn't an interruption. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of similarities structurally from 2019, beginning of 2019, to where we currently are. The good news is that we might have a really great buying opportunity coming in next week, but I'm still really paying close attention to 21,000. I'm paying close attention to the green crossing over the red for a lot of confirmation. And what we're probably going to see is if Bitcoin can get above, close above that 100 DMA, that's going to be huge because you could see it failed to really close above it here. And so, but basically right after, because it actually, the DMA was actually below the price of Bitcoin. But yeah, once Bitcoin got over it, it was go time. So I'm keeping a close eye of getting back in fully on that position on Bitcoin. And so I am just staying extremely, extremely patient. So just a big similarity of how Bitcoin bottomed last time in the market cycle, and it's looking very similar structurally compared to the last time there was that massive buying opportunity. So let's go and take a look here a little bit closer on these lower level time frames. We also have CPI numbers coming out, and I believe it's not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. We're anticipating the Fed to raise rates by 50 basis points. So that's kind of how things are looking for what's to come in the next few weeks. Let's take a look here at the daily chart on Bitcoin. Daily chart on Bitcoin has made a higher high. It's looking pretty strong. It's still having a hard time getting over that 100 DMA. It's having a hard time closing above. It's wicking above the 100 DMA, but it has failed to close above it. So a close above the 100 DMA could be quite a sign to really consider getting back in. 12-hour chart looks strong as it has made a higher high. I would be watching closely. There is an hour and 42 left to see if this green 2 can start trading above the green 1. So Bitcoin has gone above 21,000. Okay, the high of this candle is $21,080, but it failed to really go beyond that. This right here is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, also looking strong. So, I mean, Bitcoin is actually looking quite bullish across a lot of time frames, okay? Except this 1 hour is showing a little bit more weakness here on the 1 hour, but if you think the Bitcoin's going to break above 21K, then watching the 1 hour might be a great opportunity to find that position to get back in. I wish it wasn't Halloween weekend. I wish I didn't have plans because I wish I had. I mean, I'm still going to be paying a lot of attention to what's going on here and making sure I have all my my buy orders ready to go. So weakness here on the 30-minute chart as well. So hoping to see more weakness and a better buying opportunity to come in on Bitcoin. Also seeing even weakness here on the 5-minute chart. Okay, Ethereum. Ethereum sometimes leads the way. So it's really important that we take a look, especially now, on Ethereum to see what it's up to. So, whoa. Okay, so I haven't looked at the Ethereum chart yet, but look at that. This could be quite a sign that Ethereum is clearly leading the way. Bitcoin's up only about 1% today. Ethereum's up a little bit over 4%. Look how close. That green is over the red, okay? All right, I want you to zoom a little closer. Look how close that green is to crossing over the red. Same thing here. Interesting, the Ethereum weekly chart has been able to trade above the 100 DMA, and we have a green 2 trading above a green 1. So I'm telling you, Ethereum sometimes leads the way, and you really got to pay attention. That happens so frequently. Daily chart looking pretty strong here, but we might see some rejection over here around $1,700. Let's take a look at the 12-hour chart on Ethereum, looking very, very strong here as well. So for Ethereum, that critical point is about 1,700. For Bitcoin, that critical point is 21,000. This is a 4-hour chart on Ethereum, so has made a higher high. Would anticipate a bit of a pullback, but looking really quite strong, Ethereum is. I know it's a little bit tougher to kind of trade Bitcoin on the weekends, but Bitcoin kind of does its own thing on the weekends because it's not correlating as much with traditional markets, which in most cases is good. We're seeing a little bit more weakness here on lower level time frames. On the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, let's take a look at the 5-minute chart here on Ethereum, and yeah, so we're seeing a bit of a pullback now. This could be a really good buying opportunity to get in, but wow, we're seeing a lot of bullish action here, more than I originally thought on these charts. And like I said, Ethereum typically leads the way. So what I want to do is I want to see, go back to Ethereum, because Ethereum is kind of giving us some signals here. And you can see the high right here is 1789. If it can get above that, make a higher high, get above the green DMA right there. This green crosses over the red. I mean, it looks pretty primed, to be honest with you. So we could see a bit of a bump and then a big pullback, especially like if traditional markets pull back. But I don't know. I think my gut is telling me to get back in on Bitcoin. Just how these charts are looking. So what I wanted to do is I want to go back to 2018, 19, take a look at how Ethereum bottomed. It's crazy. Ethereum went up to, I think, $1,200 on the last market cycle, came back to like $80, which is crazy. So, yeah, I mean, shoot, let's go ahead and put those charts side by side. This is really interesting. Okay, so we have a 7-day on the top and the bottom. The bottom is current Ethereum price on the weekly. And then over here, we have the same thing. So, wow. A lot of similarities in these charts, right? Just like Bitcoin was. So as you can see here, this is, this right here, this low came in December 10th, the week of December 10th of 2018. What I want to see is the percentage from that low on Ethereum, 25%, okay? So it hit the low of $81, and then that second low was, there's a 25% difference. It was at $102. So I want to look at now. The difference is between the two lows is about 35%. So 25%, 35%, interesting. But look right here, right? We're seeing this green 2 trade above the green 1, green 2 trade above the green 1. We see similar situation where Bitcoin kind of flirted with the with that DMA, with the 200 DMA, and then a little bit of a pullback buying opportunity, and then it was go time. We also saw here how, in this case, I was anticipating to see on the Ethereum chart that it crossed over, the green crossed over the red, but it actually didn't. It's really close to here, but it didn't really happen until this candle right here, March of 19. Let's see, the week of the 26th in March of 19. That's when the crossover actually happened. So yeah, Ethereum is leading the way, I think, giving us quite a lot of information. But it looks like we will probably see a bit of a pullback coming, and that might be the buying opportunity to get in. It kind of feels a little bit like chasing it right now. I think I'm not quite ready, but I'm getting really freaking close. So there was about a 25% pullback from the high over here. So that would have been a really great time to get in on Bitcoin. I mean on Ethereum. But like I said, these charts are extremely, extremely similar. Wow. So I saw what I saw and I wanted to make a video about it, and then once digging in, discovered even more. So I'm staying really close to my phone and my computer, keeping an eye on things, making sure my exchanges are ready to go, because we might see it this weekend, some big price moves when it comes to Bitcoin. So that is all that I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out iTrust Capital down below, you can get a Bitcoin IRA started, which is a really great way to save tax and also trade. You get to trade, and it is a non-taxable event. That's huge. That's massive. So I have a link down below if you want to get started and get $100 in free Bitcoin. That's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.